Hello everyone, let's learn LeetCode 383 ransomNote. It's an easy string question. Given two strings, ransomNote and magazine, return true if ransomNote can be constructed by using the letters from magazine, and false otherwise. Each letter in magazine can only be used once in ransomNote. In other words, if magazine contains all the letters of ransomNote and we can use each letter in magazine once for each letter in ransomNote. Given ransomNote as A and magazine as B, we return false because magazine does not contain all the letters of a ransomNote. So here we don't have any A, we return false. A ransomNote equal to AA and magazine AB, we return false because magazine again does not contain all the letters of ransomNote. So for this one A, we have an A in magazine, but for this other A in ransomNote, we don't have another A in magazine, so we return false. Example 3, ransomNote AA and magazine AAB, we return true because all the letters of ransomNote is within the magazine. So we have one A for this A in magazine, and for other A in ransomNote, we have another A in magazine. So in that case, we return true. Let's see some more examples. Given magazine as XAB, CXA, BAA, and ransomNote as CAB, we return true because all the letters of the ransomNote is within the magazine, and also magazine contains some extra letters, so that doesn't matter as long as ransomNote does not contain extra letters. So for this C, we have one C here, we can map it here. So we have already used this C. For this A in ransomNote, let's use this A. And for this B in ransomNote, let's use this B. So all the letters of ransomNote is within magazine, and we used each letter in magazine once for each letter in ransomNote. And also magazine contains some extra letters. We don't care about that. In that case, we return true. In example 2, magazine is ABCA and ransomNote is AAA. If for this A in ransomNote, we use this A in magazine, and for the second A in ransomNote, let's use the second A in magazine, and for third A, there is no other A's in magazine to use. In that case, we return false. So to solve this problem, we are going to use a hash map or map in Java to count the frequencies of each letter in magazine first. Let's loop through each letter in magazine and count its frequencies. And for the second round of loop, we are going to traverse over the letters of ransomNote and decrement the count of each letter in magazine. And we will see if any letters count go below 0 or any letter of ransomNote is not already in our dictionary. In that case, we will return false. So let's traverse over the magazine letters. For X, we will check if X is already in the keys of our dictionary. We know that dictionaries are key values pair. So imagine if this is key and this is value. So our key is going to be characters and values are going to be the number of occurrence of that character in a string magazine. So for X, we don't have X in our dictionary. We are going to add X and its count is 1. So we have 1 X so far in our dictionary. When we reach A, we don't have A in our dictionary keys, so let's add it to our dictionary and count as 1. Let's add B. We don't have B in our dictionary. We're gonna add it and count as 1. C also, we don't have it. Let's add to our dictionary and count as 1. X, we already have X in our dictionary. We are going to increment its count. So X occurrence is going to be 2 so far. For the next A is already in the dictionary. Let's increment its count to 2. For this B, we have a B in our dictionary. So let's increment its count to 2. And for this 2 A's, we already have A. So let's increment the count of A by 2. So in our magazine, we have 2 X's, we have 4 A's, 2 B's, and 1 C. Next, we are going to loop through the letters or characters of a ransom node, and we decrement the occurrence or the frequency of each letter in our dictionary. And if any letter is not in the keys, what we are going to do, we immediately found an extra character in ransom node, so we return false. So let's go to C. We have C in our dictionary, it's present, so let's decrement its count. So count of C is going to be 0. Either if any letter of the ransom node is not in the keys of the dictionary, we return false, or if count of any letter goes below 0, we return false. So when we reach A in ransom node, so A is already in the dictionary, let's decrement the count of A by 3. By 1 it's going to be 3. And when we reach B, let's decrement the count of B also, is going to be 1. So we exhausted all the letters of ransom node, and none of the counts went below 0, and all the letters of ransom node was within the keys of the dictionary. Imagine if we have another C here, another C here, C. In that case, to calculate this C, we would check if this C is already in our dictionary keys. Yes, it is. We will decrement its count. It will be -1. So we'll check as soon as any letter count goes below 0, we return false. Or any letter that is not already in our dictionary keys, we return false. Imagine if instead of C, if we have a T here, so T is, we'll check if T is already in the key values. No, T is not in the key values, we immediately return false. Let's see the solution to this problem. We have created a hash map to count the frequency of each letter in magazine. The type of the key is character, and the type of value is integer, indicating the number of occurrence of that character within the magazine string. Then we loop through each letters of magazine, and we check if the letter is already in the dictionary, in the keys of dictionary. We get, if it's already in the dictionary, we get its value and add 1 to that. Otherwise, we put the letter and put the value as 1. So here dictionary dot put the character, and we get the value using the get or default. So this function returns the default value. If the character is not present in the keys, it will return the default value as 0 and add 1s to that. Otherwise, if the character is already in our dictionary key, it's going to get the value or the occurrence of this character C and add 1s to that. Next, we are going to loop through the elements or the characters of ransom node for character C in ransom node.to array, to character array. We check if this letter in ransom node is not already in the keys of our dictionary, we immediately return false, because magazine does not contain all the letters of ransom node, or the count of the letter is equal to 0, or we can say if it goes below 0, less than or equal to 0, we return false. Otherwise, we are going to decrement the count of each letter in ransom node in dictionary by 1. So we are going to update the occurrence of each letter in our dictionary and decrement its count by 1. Finally, if this didn't hit, we are going to return true, means that all the letters of ransom node is within the magazine. So let's run our project. We have an error here. I think we have an extra yep, the solution is accepted, and if we submit our solution, yep, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.